Every story begins somewhere, long before our time, long before our cities and lights. There were stories waiting to be told. Stories that slept quietly, hidden between pages. Stories older than time itself. Stories of faith, of courage, of hope. Stories meant for little hearts and for families to share together. Welcome, children, and welcome, families. Tonight, we open a very special book. Let us turn the page. In the beginning, there was nothing but darkness. And then, God spoke. Light filled the emptiness, and the world began. And God saw that it was good. God created people to live close to Him. Adam and Eve walked in a beautiful garden, surrounded by peace and care. They were not afraid. They were loved. Two brothers brought gifts to God, and God reminded them that what matters most is what lives inside our hearts. When the world forgot how to be kind, Noah listened to God. He built an ark, and God kept him safe. When the storm ended, God painted the sky with a rainbow, a promise of hope, a promise never to forget His people. God called Abraham to begin a journey. Abraham trusted God, even when he did not know the way. God showed Abraham the stars. As many as these, God said, so shall your family be. And Abraham believed. God gave Joseph dreams of the future. Even when life became hard, God was still working. A baby named Moses floated safely on the river. God was watching over him, even then.
Love this story so far? Show us some love with a like, comment, or subscribe.
God spoke to Moses through a burning bush, and Moses learned that God had a great plan for him. Moses stood before Pharaoh and spoke God's words. Let my people go. God protected His people during the night. They trusted Him, and they were safe. When there was no way forward, God made a way. The sea opened, and the people walked through. In the desert, God stayed close. He guided His people day and night. God gave His people rules, not to harm them, but to help them live well. Joshua trusted God, even when the walls seemed too strong, and God was faithful. God used Deborah to lead His people. She listened with wisdom and guided with courage. God showed Gideon that victory does not come from numbers, but from trust. God gave Samson great strength, and Samson learned that strength must be used wisely. Ruth chose love and loyalty, and God blessed her faithfulness. David was a shepherd small and quiet. But God saw his heart. David faced a giant. With faith in God, he was not afraid. God does not look at size or strength. God looks at the heart. God gave Solomon wisdom to lead his people fairly. God showed his power so that people would remember who he truly is. God rewarded kindness with blessing and joy. God placed Esther right where she needed to be. Esther chose courage, and God used her to save many lives. Daniel trusted God, and God protected him. God gave Jonah another chance because God is patient. God chose Mary for a very special promise. Jesus was born, bringing hope to the world. The good news was shared with everyone. Jesus taught people how to love God and one another. Jesus cared deeply for those who were hurting. Jesus welcomed children and loved them greatly. Even the wind and the waves listened to Jesus. Jesus gave his life because he loves us. The tomb was empty. Jesus is alive. God is with us, always. And these stories are only the beginning. If this story touched your heart, join us for more beautiful animated Bible stories.